What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today we're essentially doing like part 2 from the earlier video, talking about this Therapist Blood Betty and the Dragon Ruyi Scepter. And today we're going to see if maybe, just maybe, she can actually beat this wave with this combo with an artifact that you would not expect be the combo to win. Why is that? Well, because Valkyrie is pretty much the hard counter to this hero, mainly because when she does get controlled, where is it? Right here. It's the last one. Yeah. When controlled, restores self HP by 200% of attack and burns 3 random enemies, dealing damage equal to 3% of Valkyrie's max HP. Well, these enemies have insanely high HP levels in this game mode, so let's see what it's all about. Let's get going. Now, as far as the setup goes, I think I'm going to leave it with something very similar to what we were dealing with earlier today. I think just leaving her very tanky might be the way, although, oh man, I feel like I probably need to at least run some crit chance just to guarantee it. The nice thing here is we can run Dot Purify and we don't have to worry about any control effects coming in, which is really awesome. So let's just throw a team in. Let's see what's happening. The issue is going to be is if we can beat the enemy before they destroy us. We're gonna need a few of these heroes in here that are pretty good support heroes. We really don't need any other damage dealers in this lineup. We just need pure support, and let's see how this turns out. So immediately, Balance Strike is not gonna work if we want to get this done immediately. So here's my issue here. We absolutely need to proc the 50% chance to start with additional 100 energy. I think that's going to be the only way this is going to work. And even then, we still might need to run Unbending Will. Let's just run it back a couple times, see what happens when we finally get the energy. Didn't happen there. Definitely didn't happen there. And this is the thing about the Dragon Ruyi. Yes, it can be absolutely amazing, but in situations like PvP where it might be very unreliable, not as good. In game modes like this where we can just indefinitely try, yeah, we are eventually going to high roll. And I think what this artifact allows you to do is set up a macro with blue stacks and just see if you get super lucky when you get stuck on a wave like this. Chances are, if we set up a macro on this account, by the end of the day, we'd probably have beat this wave. However, you're going to do, what, 4 or 5 attempts for every one decent attempt to even have a chance of winning, and that's where this becomes tedious, especially if you're playing this like this, where you're clicking all the buttons, you're going through the actions. We just went like 4 or 5 times in a row with Betty not getting a single burst of energy, which is absolutely horrible. We need to control the entire enemy team right away, and then she also needs to come through and do tons and tons of damage. And I just don't know if this is going to work. We need to literally control the entire enemy team right at the gate. Right there. Okay, here. Perfect. So we CC'd everybody, but she's dead anyway. Oh, she's dead anyway. I think I might have to run some actual damage dealers in this squad too. I think that's going to be the only way that this is going to work. I think we're going to need like Lord of Fear Aspen and such to come in behind and actually do the damage here. So we might have to drop like 2 of our support heroes we're running. Granted, I love using Phantom to fire Lena, but I just don't think it's going to work. So number 1, we do need to change you to Unbending Will. That's going to be an absolute must-have situation, which also means we can go back to a super tanky setup on her as well. Now we do have Vulcan here. Vulcan might be able to work with what we have. He is pretty CC oriented. Want to get more crit damage on him. 55% crit chance, 65% crit damage is okay. And probably need to run Lord of Fear Aspen too, although I don't know if running them the way we are is going to work out. Gonna probably need at least damage reduction on his kit. Let's see what happens. Wrong button. Nope, wrong button. There we go. Found it. I think we're gonna have to go very offensive here. Drop like 2 or 3 of these heroes here, and then slot in some damage dealers. I do want him to try to kill the Valkyrie in the back row, so I think that's the setup. Let's see what happens. At least getting this CC off immediately is gonna help us in a way. And then we're gonna have to hope our heroes get round 2 actives with this crowd control and they don't die. Oh, that's the problem. It's too much CC. Honestly, maybe running her with Balance Strike is the way, so that she does die immediately after she CCs the enemies. Either that or we might have to go to some sort of melodic strings play on Lord of Fear Aspen. And yeah, because she's going too fast. The problem is she's going before our other heroes. So is there a way to slow her down? 2465. Oh my goodness, it's not even close. 2465, and that's mainly because of the 100 speed right here, and probably on top of it she has one of the better homes. So let's just do this then. Let's try running her with Balance Strike instead. Let that happen. Although I can't remember if I ran Burn Purify on my other heroes. I do have to check that. We didn't get the energy that time, which means this is a definite loss right here. I really wish there was a skip button still on this stuff. It's so tedious watching these battles lately. And I think technically all the damage is going to come from our two other heroes, but Betty is key in making sure the entire enemy team is CC'd. And again, if it doesn't happen right away, oh, this is so bad. But even if we just had an energy artifact on her, she still wouldn't have procced her CC because they haven't directly hit her with an attack yet. So it's kind of that weird situation where it doesn't really matter what happens. You're probably not going to get the CC off. So let's do this. Dot purify. Dot purify. And honestly, actually, you know what? If we do that dot purify, that might be enough to let her continue using Unbending Will. It might. It actually might. You didn't get the energy again, so this is pretty much a wasted attempt here. Feels bad, I know. But at least now, hopefully they can get rid of those dot stacks that are building up from Valkyrie at the end of round 1, so that maybe in round 2, even if Betty is using a second active and a third active with her core, I'm hoping it works out. We just need to get another 100% energy, and we just keep whiffing. We are whiffing so hard on this. We literally cannot get this to work the way we want it to. This is definitely feeling like less than a 50% chance, to say the least. Holy cow, this is stupid. This is stupid. Come on, man, we can do this. Oh, yeah, I know, Aspen. You're trying to do big damage here, and I've been told by the original owner of this account, which is Nubstrike. Nubstrike said that he's actually gotten pretty close to beating this wave before. What has happened, though, is he just didn't beat the Holmes Young in time. He managed to take out all the Valkyries, but he couldn't take out the Holmes Youngs. And round 2 damage is going to be absolutely huge. But again, we are just not hitting that 50% RNG. Eventually, we'll get more attempts that we can actually try this. But again, I don't even know if the Unbending Will setup on here is the proper play yet, because we haven't had a single attempt yet since we made our changes to see if it works. So you can see why the RNG on something like this is absolutely infuriating. I wish they just had a forfeit button, like right up at the top by this like speed button up here. Just give us a forfeit button. It means we can't skip the battle to try to win, but we can end the battle early and take an automatic loss, because it's like, what's the point otherwise? Like, she does get CC off here, but it's way too late. I wonder if we have a way to actually feed energy to our heroes, but I doubt it. My goodness, this is so triggering. How have we not got a single attempt? Did I like remove the artifact? Is my brain going crazy right here? How have we had this bad of luck? This is so insane. That's got to be like 10 attempts in a row, right? That we haven't had it hit a single time. There we go. Finally, we can see if it's going to work for us. All right, let's see. Round 2. So, no. that's going to be a nope right there. All right, so going super offensive, not going to be the play. We could try doing a Ruyi setup instead to see if maybe the bonus damage in the first round and then maybe into the second round can be enough. But again, we're doing so many attempts here and we're not hitting the 50 energy. This is stupid. All right. Let's go to attempt number 549 just to test things out. And again, we could go back to running her with Balanced Strike, and that might be the better play, but we could just see what the damage looks like in round 1, but we didn't even get to the damage in round 1, which, again, means another attempt that we don't get to truly test anything. And another round that we don't get to truly test anything, because they're probably going to die. The amount of poison stacks and burn stacks that go out just are ridiculous, and yeah, we're just dying to the basic hits here. We're not even making it to the end of round, all because Betty is failing. And it's not even Betty that's failing, it's the Dragon Ruyi that is failing us. This is not 50%. Like, how many times have we flipped the coin and we've only gotten like heads 2 or 3 times out of like 15, 20 attempts, something in that ballpark? It's funny because in the other game mode, it felt like we hit it every single time. So is there something in the Void campaign that counteracts something in artifacts? Like, is there something coded in there that's hidden that makes your RNG worse? Because how many attempts is this? We haven't even gotten an active off with the Vulcan or an Aspen to see what their damage looks like, and probably still won't. Yeah. All right, well, I need to take a break if this one does not. Oh, what the? I've calmed down. Please, please, please. Oh, we finally got one that we can attempt. Let's see if they do anything here. I mean, it's a decent amount of damage, but I don't think we're gonna get to like round 2. Yeah, no, that's not gonna be the play here. I think the only play we probably have is like a golden crown type play. I think that's gonna be the only way this is gonna work. I think this is the only way. We're gonna have to live to round 2 actives, and these round 2 actives are going to have to be devastatingly strong. I think that's gonna be the only way we can get this to work. There we go. Good first attempt. Now we just need heroes to live. Pretty please, just live to your sec. No, one of them broke out. No. That's gonna be a nope. Oh, what the but okay, here's a good attempt. Yeah, that's a round 1 active that I don't like. Or no, that was a round 2 active, wasn't it? Huh. I mean, this definitely has potential. I think there is a way to do it if all the RNG does line up. We do have energy feed right there, so maybe having Phantom Defier landing use a Demon Bell too could be a really good strategy here. Or like really juiced up round 1 actives or something. I don't know. It's intriguing. Let's watch the order of heroes. So after this it goes Hyperspace Hunter Ilamok, then Phantom Defier Elena. So in reality, we could go with a crazy... Nah, I don't know. This is interesting. The only thing I could think is, like, Ruyi Scepter's not going to be as strong, that's for sure. I definitely want to put this over here. Like, it can't even run, like, Balanced Strike on these heroes to get, like, additional damage per chance. Because they're just not going to survive. We're getting a lot of good attempts, but yeah, we lost one of our heroes right there, which is not good. The crowns don't really seem like they're adding that much more survivability, honestly. Yeah, and then we still die to that right there. So now that we've done this, let's change a couple things up. Let's do some things that I want to try to tweak. So number 1, we're going to put these back to here. Number 2, I kind of want to try to get our speed on those heroes faster than the Demon Bells. 2408. So they're probably running speed setups, right? So let's just go away from speed on y'all. Go back to some tankiness here. Same with Elena. Go to some tankiness here. Get away from the speed stone. 22, 24, 22, 38, 23, 22. That's pretty good. Then who is the other hero we're using? We're using Queen, right? Gonna use another Demon Bell here. Let's just see how this works out. Let's just see. Let them get round 1 actives and then maybe get energy for round 2 actives at this point. So they do get their hits off right here. And now we get some energy feed, energy feed, energy feed. Vulcan comes back with a round 2 active. Maybe if he doesn't die, he does die. So let's do this then. Let's instead now have Betty die. I feel like we're right on the cusp of making this work. Like, we're so close. Right here. Here's our moment. We got this. He does die. We get our energy feed. Energy feed. Energy feed. And now we get a Vulcan active. And an Aspen active. Oh, this is close. Oh my gosh, this is close. He dodged. I'll see you guys next time.